Good morning from Jerusalem. It's December 26th, the day after Christmas, 2021, just before New Year's Day, and we are at Jerusalem, Jaffa Gate, on the way to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But from the Christian Quarter, from the non-touristic area, sadly, there's a new virus now, and the world is covered with it. And I will pray for everyone that nothing bad will happen. In this tour, I will add another Jerusalem cross into it, and it will be dedicated to Jean, his wife Julie, but for Emma, which is little Emma, and we're gonna bless it at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected, according to 90% of the Christians. There's another place. There's another place that marked the same story, and that's for mainly the Anglican Church and some of the Protestant. I'm not going into which place is the place, mainly because it's not so important for me. I do have videos of it about the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and the Garden Tomb. This is the second place. Above the video, just there, you'll find a link for so many videos of Jerusalem 2021, and you will find so many options, so many videos of everything, including the Garden Tomb. Although we enter to the gate, this is it's called David's Citadel, but it's in a way originally built by King Herod. That was his fortress at the city, because this is the upper part of the city, and from there he could actually see everything. There are two quarters here. That one is the Armenian Quarter, and we are entering to the Christian Quarter. But look at that name. Greek Catholic Patriarch Street. Wait. We know Greek Orthodox? Yes, we know. We know Catholic? Yes, we know. Then how can it be Greek Catholic Patriarch? First of all, in a way, I love that idea that to merge all the Christians into one instead of fighting between each other. And I'm getting so many responses of hate between Christians themselves. Can we stop it? Can we stop hateness? I mean, is there a reason for hate? No, it's easy to be happy and to love each other. Then in the 19th century, some of the Greek Orthodox accepted the Pope and the Catholic Church. Then it looks like a Greek Orthodox Church, but it's actually a Catholic order now. Another name for it, the Malkitis. And their main center is there. Now it's Sunday, then it's the Resurrection Church, and we are leaving the Greek Catholic Patriarch, entering to St. George Street. St. George is a symbol of so many Christians, for example, the Anglicans, but he's a symbol of so many others churches, and the symbol for the Christians in Jerusalem. If we talked about the Jerusalem cross, you can see it here at the College di Terra Santa. And the idea of that cross is that the big one is Jerusalem. The other four can be the four Gospels, altogether 5 stigmatas, whatever you will choose, but the idea is that Jerusalem is the center of the universe, and you can see a little bit of the earth from Jerusalem. Yeah, I like to promote him because he's quite a nice man. It's closed now because it's Sunday, and this is the only shop that it's open in that street, except of the bakery. And Razuk makes the two. I mean, his family from 1300. And if you want something like Christian tattoos in the Holy City, this is the place, and you can write his telephone number. Sadly, one of the reasons that shop is closed is no tourist. Usually there was a line here. This is the main church of the Greek Catholic Church, but that area belongs to the Coptic Church. Are Christians from Egypt. 10% of the Egyptians are Coptic. Sadly, they are suffering. It's not easy to be a minority in a Muslim country, and it's not easy to be a minority in every country. You can see a nunnery. I never enter there. I'm not sure that I'm allowed to enter to the Coptic nunnery, Coptic Orthodox Patriarch Jerusalem. And oh, look at the kid. Beautiful, isn't it? It's so sad to be the only one here. The tower belongs to the Coptic, and they do have here a monastery and a boys' school. But it's Sunday, and I'm not sure that they are studying. Why don't we see here Christmas celebration? There's not even one tree here, not even one Christmas lamp here. Mainly because the Coptic are celebrating it in about 2 weeks from now. Yesterday, it was the Catholic and Protestant Christmas. In about 2 weeks, it will be the Coptic and the Orthodox, all the Orthodox churches. What I love in their church, Jim, Julie, and little Emma, is that sticker. God is love. Now it's a Coptic Orthodox Patriarch. Until 1831 they couldn't put any crosses on it, but now they can. Then why God is love? Why they didn't say Jesus is love? It's a church. And I don't know the answer, but I found myself different answers, and I love it because God is love. It doesn't matter if you are Coptic, Orthodox, Christian, whatever you mention it, everyone are equal. Jews, Muslims, everyone can pray in their way to their God. And if we will accept it, I think we will have less wars in the world. St. George is a symbol of every Christian here. So many years Christians couldn't use the crosses, as I told you, but they could use different version of Christianity in there. St. George is a beautiful symbol of destroying the enemy without saying I'm Christian, because there's no cross here. Another beautiful thing here is that small holes in the wall. In a way, this is a beautiful symbol of air condition. For so many years, people couldn't, women, let's face it, women rights are not 100% equal to men, and this is so sad for me. Hello, kitty. But at the 19th century, the 18th century, women Can you hear can you hear the bells? I don't know if you can hear it. It's Sunday, resurrection. Then they couldn't walk in the street alone, but had to take care of the house, take care of the laundry, cook, dry things. Then they used to do that on the roof. And to protect them, they build those kind of triangle air-conditioned pillows that you can actually, small pillows, you can actually, you cannot see what's happening on the other side, but when the wind, in summertime when it's hot, enters to one side, it goes from the other side, in let's say it's like 5 degrees less, then in that case, it's kind of an air condition. Now let's continue. The shops are closed because of few reasons. The Christians are a minority. In Jerusalem, in the Holy Land as well, in Palestine. Then one of the things that I'm doing is I'm buying it from a Christian shop to help the minority. You cannot smell the bakery smell of bread, but you can actually see the bakery itself. Souk El Akbat, it's the Coptic street. Before the corona, a nice guy, Joe, opened here a shop. He is a photographer. And we talked a lot about God. Sadly, there's no one here. Then he closed the shop. I don't know what's happened to him. But he left us a very beautiful memorial thing. God is love. In Hebrew, English, and Arabic. Nice. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. It's beautiful for you to see the city without tourists. If you've been with us before the coronavirus, the COVID-19, then you know that it was crowded. And we left now the Copts, and in front of you, you will see a Greek Orthodox nunnery. Some believe that some of the most ancient pictures or painting that been saved by the fire of 1808 at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre are here. I will check it for you and look at the entrance here. Beautiful compound in the Christian Quarter. The Christian and the Jews had to protect themselves. Then in that case, they lived in a closed compound. The houses are the wall. Look at the kitty, hey kitty. And they lived indoors. Then look at the beautiful, beautiful doors that I'm not sure that will survive soon. It looks like 12th century or something like that. But I don't know for sure. It's so quiet. If you want to know how you should enjoy that cross that I will bless in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, while I'm actually talking about the church, and I will upload that video, as you already know, because you're watching it, to YouTube. And the most important thing, I will send it to your house. Then if you want to know how should you enjoy it, go to the link of Buy Me a Coffee at the description of that video. Beneath the video there's a lot of information about the church and about how to contact me. But if you cannot see it, if you didn't see it, just send me a message via YouTube and I will send you the link. This is the Christian street. Most of the time it's more than crowded, but sadly today, as you can see, it's totally empty. Just before we will enter, I want to show you that when we excavated, we found down there, something like 1 or 2 meters beneath us, some evidence from a Roman floor from 3rd and 4th century. Why 4th century? Why it's so important for me? Look at the umbrellas. Mainly because the church that we are going to visit now was built originally at the 4th century. But because this is one of the most important churches, and I must tell you that it actually happened to most of the churches in Jerusalem and the Holy Land, it's been destroyed a few times. For example, 6th century by the Persian, and later on 11th century by the Muslims. And it always been destroyed and built it again. Then most of the churches, a church that you will see today, is mostly from 12th century. About being inside the walls. We know that Jesus was crucified outside the wall. He's been crucified outside the wall because of 2 reasons. First of all, there's no reason to do that inside the crowded city. Secondly, people are going out and in from the gates, then it's better to do that outside the gate. And he's been buried next to, he was buried outside the gates. And look what's happening. We are entering to the center of the city. Then how can it be? Oh, look at the Armenian monk. Look at the special hat that he's got. Represents Mount Ararat, that used to be part of Armenia. Now it's part of Turkey. And this is the church. This is the most important place for so many Christians, and because there might be ceremonies there, if it's okay by you, I won't talk about the facade. I want to bless the cross at the church while the priests are praying, as I believe the Armenian will enter soon to the church as well. But let's go in to see who's now chanting. Most of the facade is from the 12th, 11th and 12th century.